Shut up and sit down.
I'm going to talk to you about how to make your own hand sanitizer. First, I'm going to talk to you how to make it out of your normal rubbing alcohol. Then I'm going to talk to you how to make it out of vodka, or at least I was going to talk to you about making vodka. But recent news stories have shown that because vodka only has 40% alcohol, that once you mix it with the aloe vera, you don't have the alcohol strength to kill the germs. You actually need 40% at least in the hand sanitizer. And since you got 40% here, further diluting it is going to make it less than effective. So, and obviously I wasn't going to use this vodka. I was going to use this vodka because only an idiot would rub $50 vodka on their hands when you can rub $3 vodka on your hands. But this is going to be used for stage 3. Stage 1 is going to be using the isopropyl alcohol, and you want at least 90% alcohol, but this is becoming almost impossible to find. I found this on a shelf in my local Stop and Shop, and it was buried behind some 70% that people were ignoring. So there were 2 bottles left of this, and I got one, so I'm happy about that. But the problem is, just like with the masks and with the actual hand sanitizer, every jackass and his mother-in-law out there are buying out everything they can find. And it's not like they're buying it for themselves. They're buying it so they can resell it on Amazon, resell it on eBay for, jeez. I mean, I saw masks that normally go for $5 at Walmart, selling on eBay for $150 for a pack of 50 masks. And that's just ridiculous. And you know, I have nothing against selling things at market demand, but hoarding them to create the market demand, to inflate the market demand, and then taking advantage of a serious emergency is just messed up. But again, if you can't make your hand sanitizer with this because it's only 40% alcohol, and this is sold out everywhere, you're not going to find it, what are your options? I mean, the good thing about this is the fact that you can't resell this without a license, at least not legally. You try to resell it, you're going to jail. So there hasn't been any real markups on this, and you can go to any liquor store and pick up a bottle. You know, I just picked this one up today for $3. And then I picked this one up too because I've always wanted this bottle. I think it's cool, and making this video was a good excuse to get it. Again, 40% alcohol, not enough for hand sanitizer. This is enough for hand sanitizer, but you can't get it. So what are the options? Well, that's easy. Distilled grain alcohol, also known as EverClear. This bad boy is 95% alcohol, so this is actually better than this. You mix some of this with some of this, and you have a good hand sanitizer. And if you're having a really stressful day, maybe something to cut the edge off. All right, we're going to start with the isopropyl alcohol. It's 91% by volume. And the aloe vera. Now this is 97.7% pure, and notice that it's clear. The aloe vera plant is green, but the gel, the juice and the gel that comes from it is clear. So if you get a bottle of this that's green, it means they've added artificial coloring to it. So always go for the clear stuff. And this is pretty simple. You just open it up, squeeze a whole bunch of it in there, take a little bit of your isopropyl alcohol, get a nice even mix there, and stir it up. And you got a nice little hand sanitizer here that you can pour into one of your little squeezable 3-ounce bottles that you can pick up at Walmart or Target or any place really cheap for like $1 a piece. Now this looks about right, but how do you know that it's right? Well, that's easy. Isopropyl alcohol at 90% should be ignitable. And there you go, it's on fire. And now it's not on fire. And it's not on fire. In fact, we could probably add a little bit more alcohol to this just to be safe. So let's find out. We'll do it until it catches fire. And then we'll add a little bit more aloe vera in it to dilute it. I think this will probably catch. I think I have a little too much in there. But that's okay, because I don't have quite 3 ounces in here. So let's find out. Let's see if this is flammable. Yes, it's flammable. So I have too much alcohol, not enough aloe. So add a little more aloe. I mean, I'm sure you could do a math equation and figure this out just right, but as far as I'm concerned, you want enough alcohol in there to kill the germs, but you also don't want to set yourself on fire when you're rubbing on your hands. I'm not a smoker, but you know, some of you guys might be, and I don't want to get sued for showing you how to basically make napalm. And we got it, no fire. Next step. See if we could get it to pour. It's kind of here. Another little trick, in case you don't like the smell of alcohol, you can add some essential oil to it. I would suggest adding tea tree oil first, because tea tree oil, while it doesn't smell the best, it also has an antibacterial element to it, so it will kill some bacteria. So I'm going to pour just a little bit in there, just a few drops. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of orange citrus oil into it, just to offset the smell of the alcohol, just a little bit. Just like Purell. Comes out just like Purell. Plus it's aloe vera, which is, so is Purell. But put it on your hands, rub it in, and no more germs. Voila. A little bit of an orange smell, no hideous alcohol smell. No stickiness. It's starting to dry and there's no stickiness. It's like I didn't put anything on my hands, except now my hands smell like orange peels and they have no germs or bacteria. That's how you make the hand sanitizer out of isopropyl alcohol. You want at least 90%, higher the better. So next I'm going to teach you how to make it with the EverClear, the non-vodka hand sanitizer. Now people, before I get into how to make it with the EverClear, which is 95% alcohol, 190 proof, there is a reason, a very good reason, that vodka is only 40% alcohol by volume. Not just the cheap vodka, the expensive vodka is also 40%. Cheap and expensive tequila, this one being a cheaper tequila, 40%. You even go to another country like Cuba. Their rum that we picked up in Cuba, both of these, 40%. There's a reason for that. That reason is, if you were to drink this 190 proof grain alcohol straight, very best case scenario, you would go blind. Worst case scenario, you would die. So you don't want to drink this, which is why we are going, when we mix it with the aloe, we're going to make sure that it's right around the 40% mark. Now, the interesting thing about aloe is perfectly safe to eat. It's edible. It's actually healthy. You can eat the aloe plant. You can eat the aloe gel. Alcohol diluted to 40%, at least grain alcohol, is, well, I'm not going to say it's safe, but, you know, it'll kill you, but slowly, and you'll probably have a lot of fun doing it, as opposed to isopropyl alcohol, which at any amount is not safe for ingestion, so don't ingest this. But we are going to make EverClear hand sanitizer, and you know, if you have it diluted right, you just got to think, you know, you're having a bad day, and you already got your hands sanitized, and you're having your stress levels are a little high, and you know. So the steps for making this is pretty much the same as the steps for making it from the isopropyl. alcohol. You take your aloe vera gel, and you squeeze a whole lot of it in there. Should be good. Then you take your EverClear. Pour some of that in there. And you start mixing. Don't worry, I'm not going to drink it. It's just a little cold in here, so, you know. You can actually run a car off of this stuff. It burned a little bit, I think. Yep, there's fire there. So we've got a little much on the alcohol. Need a little bit more of this to counteract. Get it stirred up nice there. That's going to burn for a while too. Hopefully it doesn't shatter. Glass is hot. Whew, that burned. No fire. I'm good. Now for the fun part. For this, we have to use a little bit of logic. Logic says, if alcohol kills the virus, and the virus is inside you, well, where does the alcohol need to be? Inside you. I say turn it into a drinking game. Turn your TV on to the one of the 24-hour news channels. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. And anytime anyone on the TV says the words COVID-19 or coronavirus, take a shot. Keep doing that, and you'll be right as rain. You're definitely not going to die from it.
There's a very good chance you're not going to die.
Yeah, you're probably going to die. Don't do it. Little fun fact. Before they had Febreze, theater companies, opera companies, they would have spray bottles, larger ones than this, and they would put cheap vodka in it, because you don't want to waste expensive vodka on it, obviously. And they would spray down all the costumes with vodka, because the costumes were basically made out of upholstery material, and they weren't sewn very well. They were, they have to be made quickly, so they can't be cleaned. They definitely can't be washed in the washing machine and dryer. They'd fall apart. They can't be dry cleaned. So people sweat in them under the hot lights. Vodka, at 40%, kills all the bacteria, all the germs, keeps them from smelling, and vodka itself doesn't have a smell. So the original Febreze was vodka. But that's it for the video. I gave you 2 different ways to create hand sanitizer. You've got the isopropyl alcohol hand sanitizer, which works really well. And, if you're going out in public, I would suggest this one. Rub that in nicely, and when it evaporates, it evaporates. And I gave you the EverClear one. And I would not suggest taking this out in public, because, you could get nailed for open container. And my hands have never been so germ-free. Never, ever. So, I hope you found this informational. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it fun. And as always, have a nice day, and like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe.